Hello Stampin' friends, my name is Ayana Johnston and I'm a new Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Thinking of You Christmas card with the embellished ornament stamp set. I was able to create these 3 different cards with just some slight changes in color, all with one stamp set. Today I'm going to show you how to make this particular card, and I'm going to change up the colors slightly so you can see how none of these cards will look the same and they're great to send out to relatives. So let's get started. So for today's card, we're going to use the embellished ornament stamp set. We're going to use this elongated ornament. Then we're also going to use the 2 sentiments. We're going to use the thinking of you at Christmas and with loving wishes for a bright and beautiful season. We'll also be using the delicate ornaments thinlits. We'll be using these 3 ornament thinlits. It's a great bundle to get together at 15% off. So I so recommend this bundle. It's great and I've done so many cards with it already. For the pieces of paper, you're going to need a sheet of Hello Honey, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you'll also need a sheet of Cherry Cobbler, cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. You'll also need 2 pieces of Whisper White. Your first piece is going to be cut at 2 7/8 by 4 inches, and the other piece is going to be cut at 7/8 by 2 1/4 inches. Then you're going to need some the series Season of Cheer designer paper. You're going to want to get 1 sheet of paper and cut it at 3 1/4 by 4 inches, and then another sheet of paper cut at 2 5/8 by 4 inches. You'll also need a couple stamp sets, Cherry Cobbler and Old Olive. We'll need some washi tape and the gold trim ribbon. So let's get started right away. We're going to adhere some pieces of our card. Now we're going to add some washi tape right here at the edge of our card. We're going to adhere this onto our card base. Next, we're going to go ahead and take some scrap pieces of Whisper White and Hello Honey and stamp out and also cut out the framelits that we need and thinlits that we need. You're going to want to cut out one of these nice leaf hollies, which I've already done, and then we're also going to want to cut out a topper using our Big Shot. Then we're going to want to take our piercing mat and stamp our image. I'm going to use Old Olive. I'm going to stamp the elongated image. And one thing I want to do real quick is get some embossing powder, which is iridescent ice, and we're going to use that right away after we stamp our image. Then I'm going to go ahead and emboss that image. And I've already heat embossed the image to save time. If you can see some of that sparkle, it's kind of hard to tell with the camera there. Next, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on my piece of Whisper White that is cut at 7/8 by 2 1/4. And the sentiment I'm using is the thinking of you at Christmas. Next, I'm going to take my paper snips and just make my own quick banner. Now I have all my pieces ready to go, and I can go ahead and adhere them. Next, I'm going to add a quick little bow at the top with my gold trim ribbon. I'm going to adhere that with the glue dot right at the top there. Next, I'm going to stamp the inside of my card using some cherry cobbler. That likes to come apart on me. Then I'm going to take my ornament and stamp part of the inside of the card as well. Look at that, beautiful, huh? At the end I go ahead and throw in some dazzling details right in those cute little centerpieces of my ornament. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to visit my blog for some other great videos, ideas, tutorials, and some special offers.